Everyone thinks Spain are England's biggest rivals heading into the 2027 World Cup. But that might already be outdated, because the team England should really be worried about is the United States. And the person rebuilding them knows England better than almost anyone. But here's the twist. The U.S. team that struggled at the last World Cup is not the same team anymore. A new coach, a completely rebuilt squad, and a plan that is clearly focused on one thing: winning the 2027 World Cup. And the person leading that rebuild might know England better than anyone. Let's start with the obvious rival, Spain. They beat England 1-0 in the 2023 World Cup final, ending England's dream of lifting the trophy. Since then, both teams have been among the strongest in Europe. So it's easy to assume that if England want to win the World Cup in 2027, they'll probably have to beat Spain. But international football rarely stays the same for long, and another powerhouse is quietly rebuilding. The United States, historically the most successful team in women's football. But after their disappointing performance at the 2023 World Cup, many people thought their dominance might finally be ending. Then something changed. Emma Hayes took over. The same Emma Hayes who dominated English football with Chelsea. And since taking the USWNT job, she's been doing something very interesting. She's rebuilding the team from the ground up. In her early games as coach, Hayes gave 32 different players their international debut in just 32 matches. That tells us something important. This isn't just a new team. It's a new generation. And by 2027, they'll have years of experience together. We're already seeing signs of the rebuild working. The United States recently won the 2026 Shea Believes Cup. They went through the tournament unbeaten and didn't concede a single goal. Young players are stepping up. The team looks faster, more flexible, and tactically more organized. Exactly what Hayes is known for. So suddenly the conversation changes. Instead of England versus Spain, the real rivalry of the 2027 World Cup could be England vs. the United States. And there are three big reasons why. First, experience. The United States have won the Women's World Cup 4 times. No other country comes close. Second, a new generation of stars. Young players like Alyssa Thompson are already making huge impacts. By the time 2027 arrives, many of these players will be entering their peak years, which means the U.S. team could be stronger than it's been in years. But the biggest reason might actually be the coach, Emma Hayes. Because Hayes spent more than a decade managing in England. She coached many of England's players at club level. She understands England's tactical style, England's strengths, and possibly even their weaknesses. If England faced the United States or Brazil, Hayes might know exactly how to beat them. Imagine this scenario. It's the 2027 World Cup semifinal. England are chasing their first ever world title. But standing in their way is the United States, a young team, full of confidence, coached by one of the most successful managers in English football history. That could be the game that defines the entire tournament. So maybe the real question isn't, can England beat Spain again? Maybe the real question is, can England stop the United States from rising again? Let me know in the comments. Who do you think England's biggest rival will be in 2027? Spain or the USA? One thing is certain. By the time the World Cup begins in Brazil, the United States could be back at their most dangerous. And if England want to lift the trophy, they might have to beat them first.